So today we're going to go through prepping your tourniquet when you get your first aid kit. Here I've got MediArb's first aid kit. As you can see, there's a tab at the top here. We're going to rip that open. We're going to have a look what's inside. You see our items at the top, and here's our tourniquet, still in this plastic. Now the most important thing is to get that prepped for an emergency. You don't want that in the plastic. If you need that, you cannot get it open. Hands covered in blood, it's going to make it slippery. So let's pull that out of the casing and have a look at what we can do to get this set. Just get rid of that. So, first things first, let's rip open that packaging. The important thing about this is to get a first aid course so you've got an idea of how you can use this. There's instructions here for reference if needs be, but let's get rid of those two items. So our tourniquet comes like this. As you can see, there's a time strip here. So when applied, we can get a time on there, but we're going to get that out of the way and we're just going to fold it to the side. We're going to open it up. So as you can see, that'll probably go over most of our limbs or legs and arms. Next thing we want to do is we want to pull that strap off. We want roughly 6 to 8 inches of strap there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this tab over. You're going to see in a minute why that's so important. Then we're just going to get that 6 to 8 inches and we're going to put it back on itself. So that's it kind of prepped ready, but we can't really shove that in the pouch like that because it's going to be a mess. So I'm going to go to the top of it. I'm going to fold nice and tight to that part. I'm going to make it nice and flat. I'm just going to simply fold it back on itself. Turn the wingless so it's sitting in there. Now it's nice and streamlined. That's going to sit in the harness comfortably. The idea is that this back loop we can grab now in emergency with one hand, give it a hard flick, and that makes a loop that we can put our arm in or a leg. From that point, then we can tighten it up. So should we go through the process of how I'd apply this by getting it off the harness? I'll get this all packed away. Let's have a look. Right, so let's have a look at applicating that tourniquet. I'm going to bring the first aid kit around. I'm going to clip that on there. Pulling the top tab opens it up like a book. You can see that tourniquet is now ready to be used. I can get my hand in the back here on that final loop. So I was talking about folding it over. This is really important because if your hand's covered in blood, you're not going to be able to pull that Velcro off. Holding that as a handle, you give it a hard flick and it's opened it up. This allows me to put it over the injured arm. I can grab the tab now because we've got a good label, and I can pull that tight. Pulling it around the injured arm, that's now given me enough time to put that wingless on, tension on, get the windlass locked away, and get that time tab over it. Reducing the blood flow so that I could potentially get myself out the tree. Tourniquets aren't used all the time, but this is a nice quick way that you can get out of the tree and get seen to by someone. So that just shows how important it is to get your tourniquet out of that plastic and get it prepped before you go out onto the job site. If it's in that plastic, you can get yourself into lots of troubles. So here you go, here's a clip that we took before of me up in the tree applying the tourniquet. Stay safe out there and hopefully we'll see you soon.